Man, I'm finna mute this nigga. I'm trying to let a nigga talk to himself. Shit. Fuck nigga. Fuck you.
Dallas, Texas, and the Texas State Big. Played here since 1932, these two programs have defined conferences, won national titles, and no matter what happens, they find their way back to each other. And when these two meet, the whole nation pays attention. Two teams ranked in the top six, both with playoff aspirations, ready to square off here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Oklahoma Sooners. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. This is a crucial conference matchup. He understands this will be the separator. Who will make it to Atlanta? This is the first step today. With both teams doing well in the conference so far, this will be the separator they need. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Makes it past the marker. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. On first down, it's Brown again. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from a defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to run for it. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
You know, God bless Texas because they can lose great running backs, and they just go into the portal and they get a great running back. Oh, no. They got 2 great running backs. To get Smothers, to get Brown to come over, obviously guys with experience at big-time universities. I expect Texas to be able to run the football and, Jesse, have one of the best 1-2 punches in all of college football.
Yeah, I mean, they want to come play with Arch Manning, let's be honest. And they know it's an offense that defenses are going to be worried about the deep ball, throwing it downfield. So a lot of soft boxes to run into, and there's really no excuse for why these running backs shouldn't absolutely stat it up this year. Steve Sarkisian told us they're going to be committed to running the football and having balance because of those names you just mentioned. We're expecting this running game to be elite.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Hand off for Brown. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
On third down, here's Brown. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Well, I love the aggressive nature, but that was not an easy throw and catch. How about the toe tap by the wide receiver, making sure that he was in bounds while still getting the first down?
The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running inside, it's Brown. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Just the ability to move the chains, keep the drive going, sort of quintessential efficiency from a Sooner quarterback.
Yeah, and from a Sooner offense because, Reese, they keep the drive going, but what does that do? Most Oklahoma teams over the years, we see them go fast, and they wear you down throughout a football game. So the quarterback play on those completions that move the sticks, that make you play 3 more plays, 4 more plays, 5 more plays, and just wear you out.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Quarterback may change this route. Gonna look downfield again. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A mere 3 feet from a pick six.
And this defense comes up with a big play, and not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a first and goal. They'll run it. It's Brown. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces third and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat. Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
From the gun, running back on the move. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and hopefully move the football.
Timeout taken by Texas. It's their 2nd. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. Gets the back moving. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Manning to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense at Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his ties to speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, I wouldn't even mention the running backs who you bring in, too, who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's second to none. Look forward to watching him and the Arch connection and how it grows.
Unloads to the wideout. Taken in on the right side by Coleman. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And finally, their big play receiver gets in the stat column with his first catch of the game, and we're here late in the 2nd quarter. You got to give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've done a nice job taking him away and limiting his damage. Let's see if they can keep it up, though, because when this guy gets hot, he's virtually unstoppable.
Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. Art's going to spin it again. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the grab inside the 30. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Manning. On the left side, here's Coleman. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Longhorns have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Running the red zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To throw, Manning. Escapes the pressure going right. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas! No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Going deep. He's got it way down the field. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our coverage with Florida State taking on the number 15 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Seminoles coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This team is now red hot. 3 consecutive victories and one of the most convincing offensive showings we've seen in a long time. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. Makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. He'll take it himself. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And the Sooners racing to the line in a hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Might be changing the route. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Throwing Manning. Pocket breaking down. And they got it.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the right. The short hands, it's Townsend. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
Coleman's got it on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Fires to the big fella. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Manning to the air again. Makes the grab. Still running at the 40. There he goes. And he scores. Touchdown, Texas. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Snags it and he's open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Mateer. Pulls it in, it's Tategna. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have...
It's a running route, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sooners!
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he'll return it and try to get behind it. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Using his legs, it's Walker. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get behind the defense. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The Sooners in the hurry up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. And they're not on the same page there.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
Wide receiver going in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Arch Madness. Going for the big play. They went for it all on 1st down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Rushes on him. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. Wide receiver comes in motion. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. The play action fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the 1st, and they keep this.
Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Longhorns enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Brown again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Maybe some room here. The 30, the 20. He's at the into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. The Longhorns with a huge score to answer.
And with that throw, man, you've got to look at this 2-game run for this team. Like, to be able to do it in back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents, guys that you know, this is going to be a resume builder, a confidence builder for this squad. Impressed with the way this offense has handled their situation. The QB has handled some difficult moments, but Palmer, back-to-back weeks against ranked opponents. That's pretty impressive.
Big for his confidence as a player. I think big for the offensive coordinator and the head coach and their confidence in him as well, because you're right. You beat 2 top 25 teams in 2 straight weeks, in large part because of the way he's played. As a quarterback now, you're earning more throws for the next game and more touchdown pass opportunities because everybody trusts you and believes in you to handle the big moment against good opponents.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
That's an impressive touchdown there, considering the plays this defense, particularly the secondary, has already made against him. And we knew this quarterback was going to come into this one, David, and be aggressive. There aren't many people who really scare him, and the defense has made him pay. A couple of bad decisions, a couple of great plays on the back end, one-on-one. But this guy's still taking his shots. He's not backing down. He's got his offense back on the board.
I think that's the most impressive part. He made some mistakes, and a lot of times you see people that they go in a shell, right? They make mistakes. They can't rebound. They can't find the answers to continue to keep making plays. Make the next play. Make the next play. Now down the stretch to give your team the lead, man. So impressed with the way he's handled adversity and bounced back from some mistakes.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Here's Arch to throw. Here's a heat. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Defense not showing press coverage. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. And after this play, the cake will be baked. This quarterback part of their running game. Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it 1st and goal. This game always brings out the best in both teams, but today, Jesse, Texas' best was a little better.
And this is a win for them that's going to help their recruiting. Coaches are going to get paid for, but most importantly, David, Texas gets bragging rights for another whole year.
A whole year of bragging. And a whole year of telling OU fans, you're not as good as us. You can throw up the hook 'em horns. You can do it with pride. A lot on the line every year in the Red River rivalry.
It may not be a crown, but it's a hat, and it is golden. In this latest edition of the Red River rivalry, it goes to Texas. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Until next time, that'll do it for this edition of EA Sports College Football. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College